Hi, I'm Luke with Out of Darts. Today we are checking out two really cool new blasters. This is the Blitz and the Freerunner. Let's get going. We brought on a new designer, Chance, to the shop, and these are his latest blasters. The Freerunner V2 features a Talon magwell, as does the Blitz. The major difference between the two is that this one is a manual pusher and the Blitz is a solenoid. I really want to comment that the trigger on this feels just fantastic. The rev starts right when you pull the trigger, and it's very snappy and easy to pull. So the leverage and the way he's got that set up inside, Chance did a really nice job with that one. So every time you pull, you fire. Now, when we jump over to the Blitz is very similar aesthetically. The one slight difference between the two is that the Blitz has a little bit of a wider back here, and it's just slight. It's not a huge amount, but it is noticeable when you grab it. Also, when you pick it up, it's got a bit more heft because that solenoid does have a fair amount of copper inside to push the darts. One of my favorite arcade games of all time is Time Crisis 2. Time Crisis 2 had two really great mechanics. One is you step on a pedal to come around the corner. The other is that the actual gun in the arcade game had a solenoid in it. And this feels almost identical. It's just that clackiness each time you pull the trigger is very, very satisfying. Now, I got the chance to play with both of these blasters at last weekend's game. Most of the footage we're going to show here is actually Perry's. I showed up a little early and I didn't have the cameras at that time, but the Blitz is really responsive, really snappy. I ran this basically as my only blaster and it performed very well. Chance has gone with a very nice sort of space feel looking. It's very sleek, lots of curves, and that feels very nice in the hands. There's no sharp corners, there's nothing to catch on. It's just very, very sleek. It feels good in my hands because I have pretty large hands, but if you had really small hands, you might find this a little oversized. And the reason for that is you've got a nice size thumb screw on the floor. You've got a nice size battery compartment here, which allows really easy access with that thumb screw that I dropped on the floor. Virtually all of our 3S packs would fit here. In fact, I think even the 1050 can fit this battery tray. It's that large. Performance-wise, that's where we get into some of the interesting design choices inside. Inside the blaster itself is a very, very simple drop-in cage that has been designed to be as modular as possible. So we have these two blasters set up where we can swap individual cage geometries and different flywheels out to get different FPS for different games. On the low end, we had this down to somewhere around 85, 90 FPS, and then the high end all the way up to 135-ish. One note on performance is that in Perry's testing here at Out of Darts, we did notice that the Blitz shoots a little bit lower in terms of FPS, and our thought there, given that they have the same setup, is that it's the voltage sag every time you are hitting the solenoid. You can mitigate some of that, of course, with the highest drain, largest pack that you can fit in the blaster. I really like this modular design, and I like how easy it is to get at these motors. It's just a nice, convenient way to package this together. While we tested primarily with Nightingale wheels, we have a lot more options coming for other flywheel types that are a little bit larger and will get you up to, on the high side, 160, 165-ish. So you really can get a big range out of this blaster system, which I think is fantastic. As with a lot of the blasters on the shop, these are both available in hardware kit form, so you can print these files yourself and build your own blaster off of our kit. And in the case of the Blitz, we're also selling the 3D printed parts and the fully assembled blasters. So if you'd like one of these built for you and shipped to your door, it's something we offer as well. The solenoid is really snappy and a lot of fun. So out of the two, that's probably my favorite, but they're both excellent blasters. Thank you to Chance for working with us on these blasters. We're really excited to see them hit the shop. And thank you for all watching. If you have any questions, do leave us notes down in the comments. And until next time, I'm Out of Darts.